Yo, what's up? It's April. Welcome to your November 22nd and November 28th energy update and Akashic Records Rant. As you guys know, I'm an Akashic Records reader and intuition development teacher. And my goal here is to help people turn their lights on. Just turn your light on. Hi. If you want to join our intuitive development membership, it's a live class that we show up for every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's only $11.11 a month to come join us and to turn the light on. When you are tapping into your intuition and letting it guide your life, you will be surprised at how effortless life becomes. Instead of living a life of stress and strain, you begin to live in a space of grace, ease, flow, and trusting your own internal compass on what to do and where to go. Intuition is meant to be useful in practical everyday life. And my goal as a teacher is to help people bridge their spirituality with their intellect, so they can live that magical life down here on earth. That's the whole reason why we're down here. All right. Let's go ahead and tune into November 22nd, Friday. So what I'm going to do, and just to remind you guys, the tonality of my voice changes. If I sound hyper aggravated, it's because that's the energy of that day. My tonality of my voice changes with the energy. Also, I'm going to tune into what may happen if someone is living more of a worldly life. I'm going to call it the human. And I'm also going to tune into aspects of people living more of a soulful life in each day and what aspects will happen for them. And the goal here is to have more of a percentage in the soul life and a little bit of a percentage in the human life. This gives us the ability to live a high vibrational life while participating in this world. It's so important to do so. It's one of the highest callings you can have as a soul, is to live a high vibrational life in the physical world and participate. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into November 22nd, Friday. November 22nd, Friday. Peel back the layers, take your time. I saw this lady lovingly peeling an orange, taking her time. She's not on anyone's time. She's like, I'm gonna take the whole afternoon to peel this orange. I don't care. And that is the mode to be in that day. It's not trying to rush anything. It's not, pushing yourself to do something you don't want to do. It's all about flowing and not denying yourself the pleasures, the simple pleasures of life. And this is a great opportunity to reflect and to bring all of your awareness from the external world of where you feel like you get validation and feel goods and anything that makes you feel a certain way in the outside world. It's all about unplugging out of the outside world and coming back to yourself and feeling whole and complete, trusting the process. And I'm tuning into more of the soul energy that day right now. I'm going to go ahead and tune into the human, kind of what the human is experiencing and processing that day. Woo! Okay, so the human, the human thinks it needs to make a decision. It feels like it's going back and forth. It's having doubt, concerns. It doesn't know which direction it needs to take. It feels like it needs to take action, but it doesn't know how. There's an inner conflict, if you will. And it's so funny. I pulled the card self-love. This is a chance for you to unplug out of something that no longer serves you and to step into self-love. This is going to bring you into harmony, celebration with yourself. But on the human level, it could seem a little stressful. like not knowing if you should press the red button or not to move forward. It feels like this is not a day to make decisions. It is a great day to contemplate, but to not do your best to not overwhelm yourself and overthink and go down rabbit holes. It's about coming into presence. It's about coming into presence that day. All right, let's go ahead and go into November 23rd, Saturday. I'm going to go to the soul perspective first. People living that soul life energy, that high vibrational life energy. No, Saturday the 23rd is all about finding a high resonance within yourself and then not changing your vibration for other people. Matching scenarios in life, such as if someone is speaking a certain way, then you feel like you need to speak at the level that they're at. It's about Saturday is all about staying in your higher frequency and not dropping it in activity. Watching people walk by, seeing their imperfections, and then loving them. Going to a concert and raising the vibration of the concert instead of getting drained. Like, this is a day to solidify your frequency. Will you stay in loving neutrality and let the endless energy of love flow through you? And give it freely without any expectations or conditions. And so what I'm getting is that Saturday is an opportunity to step into that. And it feels like there's going to be situations that are going to be presenting themselves where it might be sometimes a little bit hard for some. It also feels like for some of you, maybe something that used to drain you no longer does. You figured it out. That's really nice. Your higher self is smiling. And it's not, once again, spirituality is not about perfection. It's about putting yourself in certain scenarios and seeing, what makes you feel lower and working on that. Versus, I need to be at this frequency all the time and speaking a certain way. And no. It's just about doing the best that you can and having self-awareness and acceptance. Oh, all right. November 23rd, Saturday. What is our human going to be experiencing that day? Human's going to be full of celebration, activity, dreamy, feeling this creative flow and flavor. Like, there might be sudden changes in the way that you communicate, the way that you show up in the world. And this might create some shifts within yourself. It might antagonize other people. Usually if they're, not usually, but the frequency, let's say that there's two frequencies that don't match each other. They can be antagonistic. And because so many people are changing, because we are changing, something that used to be in alignment may no longer be matching, may no longer be an harmonized frequency within you and another person or a job. And it's important to just stay compassionate towards yourself and towards other people. Isn't that interesting? I like how they tie in, right? That's the ticket. The ticket to flow out of this with ease, if you are coming up across some conflict that day, is to have compassion for others and to stage your high vibration as much as you can. What are we not aware of that day? There's also this boldness. Like, people aren't holding back anymore. They're not holding back. There's a power that's being invoked within all of us whether we realize it or not, the way that this power is coming out is through words, through posture. It's about standing up for what you express and believe in. Will you do this fearlessly and with love? Or will you do it with, a little fight? So there's a few energies going on that day. You might notice there's some extra trolling on the internet that day. Things like that. Driving might be a little interesting. Also, it feels like people are processing what's happening externally. It's trusting the flow, though. Once again, we're going to come back to the soul. Trusting the flow, trusting the universe. The more that you trust, accept, process, flow, let go, surrender, these types of days are going to be okay. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Sunday the 24th. And I'm just going to also say Friday the 22nd and the 23rd Saturday, I'm like doing my best to ground my energy because I feel like it feels very exciting and flighty but I am trying to control my words and kind of the tonality right now. And the message I'm getting is take long pauses. Take a second to go outside and ground. Go for a walk. Take some deep breaths. It's important for us to not get caught up in some of the chatter. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into November 24th, Sunday. So on the soul level, it's all about free flowing, free forming thoughts. This is a day where it feels like messages kind of are just passively dropping into the channel, into the body. Some of it is verbal, some of it becomes a known. For some of you, you may not notice the messages are coming through, but you feel activated in some way. Life is endless. This is not the last life. You are full of infinite wisdom, energy. The more you notice that you are connected to everything and everything is connected to you, not only here in this world, but in all universes, you allow yourself access to all that's available. So the message I'm getting is it's important to let go of opinions, like belief systems. I'm just gonna let them go. There's new information coming in. Information is always changing, it's endless. Nothing is meant to stay the same. Our belief systems help us to feel like we're grounded in something. And we do need that. But right now we're being asked to loosen the grip on our belief systems. Be open to new ideas, new experiences, new messages, new styles of messages. Trusting in the unseen. There's more that is happening than what we see. Can you feel it? All right, let's go ahead and go to the human. What's going on with the human energy on Sunday the 24th? Getting new, so fun. I love reading this way. I got told to read this way this morning. The first card I pulled was Ace of Swords. It's like new ideas, breakthroughs, truths are coming in hot. That's lovely. The human feels it. There is a desire to take action on them. There's a desire to move forward with these ideas. There's a determination. And I'm getting that this is creating a lot of ambition and goal orienting, like, around these new ideas or a new feeling. And we're being asked to just take time, just let this all percolate. Let this all percolate. And then, take action as well. The most important thing with these, with this information is make sure to not let the old belief systems stunt the information. And taking action on these messages and new ideas. It's important to take action in a high vibrational way versus a fear like, oh, I gotta get this done. Da, 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 da. So the human has a desire to get shit done that day. And it's like, take action, but don't start taking action kind of like in a trauma way, if you will. Like the old school way of taking action. All right, let's go ahead and go to November 25th, Monday. By the way, Sunday felt calmer. Like, people were like feeling more, okay, I feel like we're landing. November 25th, Monday. On a soul level, I got, are you happy with what you're receiving? Are you showing gratitude? Are you being patient? Are you focusing on love? Allow yourself to feel these energies. Bring your awareness and attention to them. This will magnify everything that is available to you in this universe to move forward. Are you appreciating? Are you loving it all? And I'm getting like it's important to not judge how or try to control the how this is all coming in. It's just important to feel it. It's important to feel. You know it's coming in. And if you already know it's coming in, what's stopping us from appreciating? It's already here. It's happening. Energetically, it's happening. All right, let's go ahead and go into the human. November 25th, Monday. Oh. Ooh. You know, the human is all about connection right now. Hey, we want to connect. We want to share. On Monday, the 25th, it's all about connecting and sharing. This could either be, in friendship or partnership, but there's this desire to share the vision, share the experience. What that is doing, it's helping you to land and process some of this information that's coming in from the inside. Some of this information it's going to be different for each person. It's a topic that you love, or it's a topic that your soul has always wanted to understand or innovate. And so this is a big turning point, and there's a lot of excitement. It's like, I want to share this. For some of you, the mental chatter of like, it's too good to be true. Like, I don't even know how this would work. There's a little insecurity or uncertainty or doubt. This is only for some of you. This might come in. It's kind of like the ego's last battle of like, oh, this is real change. Oh my God, this could be something. Whenever you're onto something, the brain can sometimes get a little louder and trying to create resistance around this energy. And for some of you, this shared idea or wanting to connect with others it's the topic, it's only for some of you, it's the topic that you've been struggling with the most in your life. And it feels like there's this like opening or this new understanding around it. And it's like, don't let the mind tell you that you're not onto something. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and go to November 26th, Tuesday. We're going to go to the soul level first. November 26th, it feels like the information is processing more into the body. Like, it's important to let the information come to us, process it, let it move through, let it do its thing, kind of let go of it a bit, send it off, and be present again. Come to presence. I'm getting the uniformity between the heart and the mind is feeling solid that day. I trust that there's more information to come. More information is coming. The soul is excited. So many new possibilities. The transition of the collective is magnificent. And it's trusting that once your ship in a bottle, it's like I'm seeing this little ship in a bottle, it's like let it float. Let that information, the little message that's in there in a little ship in the bottle, just let it flow. There's more information coming in that's going to complete more of what you're receiving. All right. You know, what's interesting is it feels like this day feels floaty because every time I've had to look at November 26th, I keep wanting to say Thursday. I'm wanting to say Thursday. It feels floaty. This day feels very floaty. It doesn't feel like there's anywhere to land, but kind of in a fun way. Let's see what the human's doing. What's the current energy for the human experience? Big transition. You know, when there's a big transition happening, you know, the bigger the transition, the more time we need in order for something to form. Kind of like a baby takes 9 whole months. You know, this baby, this collective baby that's birthing and changing, it's going to take a while. Like, this is a whole new life that's coming in, a whole new perspective. Who you are now is going to be vastly different than who you are 2 years from now. You know, it's allowing yourself to break free of the chains that have been holding you back and that no longer match the vibration that we're stepping into as a collective. Don't be left behind. Getting that. For some of you, you might feel like your plans are falling apart, but it's not. Your plans aren't falling apart. It's that they're leaving so there can be room for newness to come in. There might be a little insecurity around this. Some old behavioral patterns might start to show up from your past. And because it feels like there's nowhere to stand, because we're in a space where literally everything is forming, this makes the human side of us feel a little uncomfortable. And that's okay. And by the way, this is a general reading. Just take what resonates. Some of you might feel like there's a lot of different options and choices. But because the energy is changing so much, it's hard to land on what option or choice. And it's like, don't make a choice. You don't need to at this time. And I'm also getting, we technically, this is true. The only thing that we really need to do is make sure we get enough water and, enough food to survive. But if you look at this world, we actually don't need to do a lot of the things that we say we need to do. So that day, Tuesday, is a great day to take mental and spiritual inventory of like, what's actually important? Is there too many things that I think I need to do that aren't necessary? And it's almost like the more that we lighten that load and let go of a few ideas, things, thought processes, maybe a system that we're plugged into, this starts to calm. Like it brings in almost like a calming effect. Like it feels cathartic to throw out, things we don't need anymore at the dump. It does. It feels cathartic. You're like, oh my God, I really liked that chair, but the minute that I threw it into the dump, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I feel free. So that's kind of like the how to get out of that energy on the 26th. The human is like kind of losing it. Like, I have nowhere to land. Help me. And like, you just got to comfort your human and be like, hey, come on, we got this. All right, let's go into, and I'm getting like also a little dizzy. So I feel everyone's just like, woo. Let's go ahead and go into November 27th, Wednesday. I'm going to go to the soul perspective first. And I just want to remind you, if the soul perspective is not resonating with you, that is okay. The more that we understand that process or can kind of relate to it, it means that you are beginning to live a soul-led life. And it's not about how much or, it's not a race to get there. But the more that you begin to understand the messages that I'm saying in the beginning, the soul messages, it means that you have the ability to have a heaven on earth experience and live life as if it is a dream that you witness while staying connected and enjoy and being in the energy of receptivity, ease and grace and flow. And you'll notice there's not like a whole lot of information, right, in the soul messages. It's just most of those messages are trying to keep us in alignment, keep us in our connection, because the connection is all that we need. We know that everything else is going to be provided for and taken care of. So that's why I'm bringing up the soul messages. And the human, that's how we all live our lives, right? That's kind of like our ego space or our societal norms. And it's a way of life. So the more that you can kind of have like a small percentage, I'm just going to repeat myself, a small percentage on the human and a larger percentage in the soul, you're going to be living that heaven on earth experience. And the proof is in what is. And it's having the faith and conviction that it is true and that is so. I spent many years cultivating that. And I really, really love my life. I thank God every day for the life that I have. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of me letting go of resistance and old beliefs. All right, let's go ahead and go into Wednesday, November 27th. November 27th, Wednesday. What is the soul message of this day? What is the current energy for the soul? Okay. The life that you've always wanted to live is available to you. All you have to do is shine. Focus on the vibration that you are exuding. Are you doing everything to call the energy of love into your body? Are you feeling the warmth and the connection in everything? Are you trusting the process? Are you breathing? Are you seeing that form is formless? That all of existence is here, available. And at any time, your vibration calls it in. So I'm getting like shining. It's just about shining that day. As a soul, it's important to do your practices and kind of almost maybe like a double duty. Like meditate a little longer that day, do a little more self-reiki that day, go for a walk, a longer walk. It's about emanating a certain vibration. I'm going to go ahead and ask why. That energy is big. There's a big energy that day. It's like, and so when the energy is going outward, if your vibration is at a certain frequency, it's going to go with the energy that day. It's going to expand outward. And then it brings in, there's kind of like this coming in. So this is the kind of day to like really amplify yourself. All right, what is the current energy for the human? I love the human. I think it's so cute. Oh, the human is agreeing. Oh, this is sweet. So November 27th, Wednesday, there's this sense of feeling renewal. There's a feeling like anything is possible, being able to just pause and breathe, having this inner strength that anything and everything is available. So this is great. I love when the human and the soul are on the same page. There's also a chance for people to connect, to attract partnership these 2 days, the 26th and the 27th. There's a lot of magnetic energy. I mean, people you were meant to meet, you're going to meet them. And this could also just be friendship or in passing. It's almost like, and I'm getting this really cute imagery of two lights on a map, beep, like a little sonar, beep. And it feels like for some of you, the whole life, it's like, oh, just missed. Oh, I'm busy. And then it feels like for some of you, it's coming together. Like there's a coming together on Tuesday and Wednesday. Take what resonates, everyone. But also this is a time of people feeling like they have this inner authority, independence, self-love, and appreciation. This is a really nice day. I got don't waste it on TV or video games. I don't know who that was for. Sorry. I knew that was a loud laugh. Yeah, don't waste it on escapism. Like this is about unity and connection with yourself. If you're not going to be hanging out with people, at least find ways to connect with yourself deeply that day. You know, it's easy to try to future trip when things are great. Like, oh my God, I don't want this to end. I don't want it to, this feeling is amazing. And it's like, you don't need to prepare You don't need to look really far out. It's about being in flow, enjoying the time that you're having and experiencing, and trusting that what's best for you is what will occur. That's it. It's not putting a storyline on anything. It's just trusting, being open and available. Generally, everyone's in a really good mood that day. Like, for the most part. I would be shocked if someone was in a shit mood that day. I'd be like, get out of here. Get out of here with that dude. All right, let's go ahead and go to November 28th, Thursday. What's going on November 28th, Thursday? Oh, that makes sense. It's Thanksgiving. People are getting more festive and happy and connection. That's great. November 28th. What is going on with the soul energy on November 28th? Oh, I got boundlessness. I got when you care for another person, you're caring for yourself. And when you're caring for yourself, you're caring for another person. And this is not self-sacrificial. This is unity. Just because someone has a physical presentation that they are separate than you does not mean that they are not you and you are not them. When you are taking care of someone, you are taking care of yourself. And they wanted to say it twice. Holy Spirit of God, do you have any messages for us in this? Trust that all is well. You are a beacon of light. You will not lose the light. The light only dims when you are not trusting. When you are controlling, dividing. Trust that all is well. Trust the process. Trust the love. Love comes from everywhere. It's all around. And bring it into your soul. Ignite the whole room. When love is in the room, no one is separate. I didn't want to leave that. All right, what's going on with the humans? Human energy. New beginnings. Take a chance. Like for some of you, it's like, try something new. Take a chance. Yeah, I'm being goofy as hell. I've never had hibachi on Thanksgiving. I'm going to go to a hibachi restaurant with my friend Izzy. We don't even know what we're going to do. We're just going to free range that day. So we already have a plan, but we kind of don't have a plan. And that's exactly what the energy is asking for us to do is, enjoy, bask, but be a free spirit. See what's out there. It's important to also socialize, be a social butterfly that day. Share the love, share the joy. What are we not aware of that day? Once again, there feels like there is going to be some disharmony when it comes to relationships for some. Like, obviously holidays can bring that up for some people, but it also feels like some of you are moving on from a person that day. general reading, take what resonates. But it's because there's this spiritual understanding of yourself, and it's also just an awareness of yourself of what your needs are and what's available to you and what you're looking for. It feels like for a lot of you, there was a lot of lessons this year that have brought you to this really solid truth. And so you're feeling very confident in what you want and need. And some of the relationships and connections aren't serving. But it's also to just, it's important that day to be a balanced, loving human being. And to not let the, like some of the disruptions of family members or, connections or just life stuff intrude on your joy. There might be, for some of you, some family members that want to give you opinions about your life. And it's just like, I'm good. I know what I need. I know what I want. And the more that you do know what you want, you won't get angry with them or frustrated. You just have compassion for them because they don't quite know, your experience. They're only coming from the perspective that they have. And for some of you, you grow really fast. And for some people's family members or friends or connections, they don't grow as fast as you. That's okay. Like it's not a race once again. They're at a speed that is right for their soul. And so when someone is sharing their perspective with you, I don't know why I'm on this so hard right now, but if someone is on a perspective and they want to share and share and share, just let them. It's like letting the gas out. I'm getting for some of you, it's like, it might be a little bit, it feels like holiday blues for some of you. I got go bowling, if there's a bowling alley open, but make a phone call to a friend. Just, it's important to not, getting solitude is not the way that day. It's like getting out, like going for a walk in nature, talking to a stranger, like connecting with family, all those things. It is the way to just really feel good that day on the human level. Advice? Some of you, not all of you, some of you made a decision, and it feels like you might be changing your mind about the decision you made. And it's okay to change your mind. We're human beings. We can change our mind as many times as we want to. But just know that some things have occurred this week that solidified who you are and what you're becoming. And who you are right now is vastly different than who you were a month, maybe 2 months ago. And so if you change your mind, don't feel bad about it. Like, look at it, reflect, and move back into that connection or that idea. You're coming at it with a different energy and a different flavor. And the holidays bring that up for some people. Like, it's like, I'm really reflecting. I have time to reflect. I'm thinking, well, this is good. This is all good. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this style. Let me know in the comments below if you like this new style. And have an amazing rest of your week. Bye, guys.